We kindly request you to adhere to the following COVID-19 health guidelines throughout your time at the APIIT and all
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Before we commence, uh,
තමන්ගේ ජීවිතයේ ලස්සන දවසක් කරගන්න ජීවිතයේ එක කඩවීමක් අද පසු කරනවා මම හැමෝටම සුව පතනවා පිටත ගියාට පස්සේ අපි සමහරට අපිට කැස්ස තියෙන්න පුළුවන්, කිව්සුම යන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ හැම අවස්ථාවෙදීම ඔයගොල්ලෝ ඒ සඳහා ආරක්ෂිත ක්‍රමයක් විදිහට ලේන්සුවක් හරි ටිෂුවක් හරි පාවිච්චි කරන්න. තමන්ට කැස්ස නම් තමන්ට කිමුහුන් යනවා නම් ඒ දෙයට ලෑස්තිලා යන්න, ලේන්සුවක් අරන් යන්න, ටිෂු ටිකක් අරන් යන්න. ඒ ගිහිල්ලා කිව්සුම් යන වෙලාවට ඒකෙන් ඒක ආවරණය කරගන්න. මොකද අපි දන්නවා මේක වෛරස් රෝගයක්. කෙල විදිති මගින් බෝ වෙනවා. ඒවා පෘෂ්ඨ වලට වැටෙනවා. ඒ පෘෂ්ඨ තව කවුරු ඇල්ලුවොත් හරි ඒ හරහා තව කෙනෙක් ආසාදනය වෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ නිසා හැම වෙලාවෙම තමන්ට කැස්ස වගේ තියෙනවා නම්, කිව්සුම් යනවා නම් ලේන්සුවක් පාවිච්චි කරන්න, ටිෂු එකක් පාවිච්චි කරන්න. ඒ පාවිච්චි කරන දේත් ආරක්ෂිතව බැහැර කරන්න. ටිෂු එකක් නම් වඩාත් යෝග්‍යයි. පියන සහිත වාජනයකට බඳුනකට දානවා නම් අපිට ලේන්සුව පුළුවන් ගෙදර අරන් ඇවිල්ලා ඒක හොඳින් හොදලා පිරිසුදු කරගන්න. ඊළඟ කාරණේ තමයි වැදගත්ම කාරණයක් කියලා හිතුවොත් මම නිවැරදි. මේ මුඛ ආවරණය. අපි අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම මුඛ ආවරණය ගෙදරින් එළියට යනවා නම් භාවිත කරන්න අවශ්‍යමයි. මොකද මේ රෝගය අපිට ආසාදනය වෙන්න පුළුවන් මුඛයෙන් සහ නාසයෙන්. ඉතින් අපි ඒ දේ ආරක්ෂා කරගන්න ඕන. ඒ දේ අපි ආවරණය කරගන්න ඕන. ඉතින් අපිට පුළුවන් මේ රෝගයෙන් බෝ වෙන එකෙන් වැළකී සිටින්න. ඉතින් මම හිතනවා ඕගොල්ලෝ අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම ගෙදරින් එළියට යනකොට මාස්ක් එක පාවිච්චි කරයි කියලා. මාස්ක් එක අනිවාර්යෙන් පාවිච්චි කරන්න ඕනේ. නමුත් ඒක නිවැරදි ක්‍රමයට පාවිච්චි කරන්න ඕනේ. සමහර කට්ටිය මාස්ක් එක දාන්න ඕනේ හින්දා දානවා. එහෙම නැත්නම් සමහර කට්ටිය සම්පූර්ණ ආවරණ නොවන විදිහට මාස්ක් එක පාවිච්චි කරන. සමහර කට්ටියගේ නිකට තියෙන මාස්ක් එක. එහෙම නැත්නම් පොකට් එකේ. එහෙම නැත්නම් අත් බෑග් එකේ තමයි ගොඩක් වෙලාවට තියෙන්නේ. අපි හරි ඒ කියන්නේ පීඑච් මහත්තයෙක් දැක්කම හරි පොලිසිය මහත්තයෙක් හරි දැක්කම තමයි පොඩ්ඩක් මතක් වෙන්නේ මාස්ක් එක දාගන්න ඕනේ කියලා. ඉතින් මම හිතන්නේ අපි උගත් පුද්ගලයා හැටියට ඒ තත්ත්වයට වැටෙන්න අවශ්‍යයි කියලා. මොකද මේක ගෝලීය වසංගතයක් වෙලා තියෙන්නේ. ඒ වසංගතයෙන් අපි බේරෙන්න නම් මේ කියන සෞඛ්‍ය උපදෙස් ක්‍රම අපි අනිවාර්යෙන් භාවිත කරන්න ඕනේ. විශේෂයෙන් කියන්න ඕනේ මාස්ක් එක උනත් නිවැරදි මාස්ක් එකක් පාවිච්චි කරන්න, නියමිත ප්‍රමිතියෙන් තියෙන මාස්ක් එකක් භාවිත කරන්න. අපිට වෙළඳ පොලේට ගියාම පේමන්ට් එකේ ඕන තරම් තියෙන මාස්ක් එක එක පාටින් එක එක ඩිසයින් වලින්. ඉතින් මම හිතනවා ඔයගොල්ලෝ ඒ ගැන දැනුවත් හොඳ ප්‍රමිතියක් තියෙන මාස්ක් එකක් පාවිච්චි කරන්න. මොකද අපි බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ මාස්ක් එකකින් මේ විස බීජය අපේ ශරීරය තුළට එන එකත් අපෙන් තව කාට හරි අන එකත් නවත්ත ගන්න. ඉතින් නිවැරදි මාස්ක් එකක් ඒ කියන්නේ ප්‍රමිතියෙන් තොර මාස්ක් එකක් පාවිච්චි කරනවා නම් වෙන්නේ අපි ඒ කියන දේ අපිට බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන දේ අපිට ලැබෙන්නේ නැහැ. මාස්ක් එක දාන් ඉන්න පුළුවන්. නමුත් අපේ ඇඟට ඒ කියන්නේ ශරීරයට ඇතුල් වෙන විස බීජ සමහරට එකෙන් පෙරෙන්නේ නැති වෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ වගේ තමයි අපි ආසාදිත නම් අපි කහිනවා නම් අපිට යන එළියට යන විස බීජ සමහරට එකෙන් පෙරෙන්නේ නැතුව එළියට යන්න පුළුවන්. ඉතින් ඒ වගේ කරුණු කීපයක් ගැන තමයි ඇත්තටම මම අද අවධානය යොමු කරන්න බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ. මම හිතනවා ඒ ගැන ඔයාලා මේ සම්බන්ධව ඇත්තටම අපි ගොඩක් කතා කරලා තිනවා. හැම සමාජ මාධ්‍යයෙන් හැමතැනම අපි දැනුවත් වෙලා තිනවා. ඉතින් මම හිතනවා ඒක අපි ප්‍රායෝගිකව ක්‍රියාත්මක කරනවා නම් අපිට මේකෙන් ආරක්ෂා වෙන්න පුළුවන්. අනික තමයි තමන්ට රෝග ලක්ෂණ තියෙනවා නම් විශේෂයෙන් මේ දවස්වල අපි කියනවා තමන්ට ඔළුවේ බර ගතියක්, ඔළුවේ වේදනාවක්, හෙම්බිරිස්සාව, කැස්ස, උගුරේ අමාරුව, උණ තියෙනවා නම් අපි කියනවා කොහෙටවත් යන්න එපා, ගෙදරට වෙලා ඉන්න කියලා. ඉතින් ඒකෙන් අපි බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ තව කෙනෙක් ඒ රෝගය ආසාදනය වීම වළක්වා ගැනීම. ඉතින් ඔයාලට එහෙම දැනෙනවා නම් අද මගේ ඔළුවට හරි නෑ, ඔළුව රිදෙනවා, ඇඟපත වේදනාවයි, උණ වගේ තියෙනවා නම් අපි එකම ඉල්ලීම කරන්නේ ගෙදරට වෙලා අනික් කට්ටියන් ඈත්ලා ඉන්න. මොකද අපි දන්නවා දැන් හැමෝගෙම අතර මේ රෝගේ ව්‍යාප්ත වෙලා තියෙන්නේ. අපිට පුළුවන් මේ රෝගයෙන් අපිව ආරක්ෂා වෙන ගමන්ම අනික් කට්ටියත් ආරක්ෂා කරගන්න එක. ඉතින් මම හිතනවා ඒ කරුණු කීපය ගැන මොකක් හරි ඔයාලට අදහසක් එන්නේ නැති, ඒ ගැන අවබෝධයක් එන්නේ නැති, සාමාන්‍ය මේක ඇත්තටම අපි දන්න දෙයක්, ඇත්තටම හැමෝම දන්න දෙයක්. මම පොඩි මතක් කිරීමක් විතරයි කරේ. විශේෂයෙන් අද දිනේ මේ මේ උත්සවයට සහභාගී වෙන හැමෝගෙම ඉල්ලන්නේ මේ පිළිබඳ අවධානය යොමු කළා අද ගෙදර යනකොට තමන් රෝග වාහකයෙක් නොවන විදිහට ගෙදර ගිහිල්ලා අද මේ තියෙන සතුට ඉදිරියටත් පවත්වාගෙන යන්න පුළුවන් වෙන විදිහට වැඩ ටික කරගෙන යන්න නැවත වරක් මම සුබ පතනවා අද තමන්ගේ මේ ජීවිතේ මේ කඩේම පසු කරන හැමෝටම ඒ සුබ පතන ගම මම හිතනවා අපි හැමෝම මේ රෝගය අපේ තමන්ගේ පවුලෙන් තමන්ගේ පවුලෙන් අපේ රටෙන් ඉක්මනින්ම ඉවත් කිරීමට අවශ්‍ය සහයෝගය සහ ශක්තිය ධෛර්යය අපි හැමෝටම ලැබෙයි කියලා හිතලා මගේ වචන සල්පය අවසන් කරනවා හැමෝටම ස්තුතියි.
We kindly request you to adhere to the following COVID-19 health guidelines throughout your time at the APIIT Sri Lanka graduation. Maintain 1 meter distance between individuals at all times. Wear a face mask at all times. Sanitize your hands. Refrain from shaking hands and any type of personal contact. Avoid convening in groups of any size in common areas. Refrain from taking group photographs. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we need to make a special announcement before we commence the formal proceedings. Due to the regulations imposed by the Ministry of Health, we are compelled to restrict the number of guests inside the main hall to 150 numbers. As such, graduating students and their parents will be brought inside the main hall in batches for the award receiving so that their parents can witness in person the degree certificate being awarded to their son or daughter. Our staff members will direct you to the main hall accordingly. We kindly request you to bear with us and give us your fullest support so that we can adhere to the government regulations and ensure the safety of all our guests, students, and staff who are here today. Due to the COVID-19 regulations, please keep your mask on at all times and maintain 1 meter distance from each other. We kindly request you to avoid convening in groups in common areas, refrain from shaking hands, and having any type of physical contact with others. We apologize for the inconvenience caused.
නිවේදනය. හදිසි අවස්ථාවකදී අනතුරු හැඟවීමේ නලාව නාද වේ. කරුණාකර එවැනි අවස්ථාවකදී පිටවීමේ සංඥා නිසි ලෙස පිළිපදිමින් අදාළ ස්ථානයෙන් බැහැරවීමට කටයුතු කිරීමටත් පිටත තනබිම්වල කොළ පැහැති සංඥාපුවරු සවිකර ඇති අතර එම ස්ථානවල ස්ථානගත වීමටත් කටයුතු කරන්න.
பாதுகாப்பு அறிவித்தல். எதிர்பாராமல் ஆபத்து ஏற்படுமிடத்து எச்சரிக்கை மணி ஒலிக்கும். அவ்வாறான சந்தர்ப்பத்தில் எவ்வித பதற்றமும் அடையாமல் உடனடியாக அவ்விடத்தை விட்டு வெளியேறுவதற்கான குறியீடுகளை பின்பற்றி வெளியேறி எல்லையிடப்பட்டுள்ள பச்சை நிற புல்வெளியில் அனைவரும் ஒன்றிணையவும்.
Safety announcement. In case of an emergency, the fire alarm will be activated. In such an unlikely event, please leave the venue in an orderly manner. Follow the exit signs and assemble at the assembly points demarcated with green signage on the outside lawns. Thank you.
We kindly request you to adhere to the following COVID-19 health guidelines throughout your time at the APIIT Sri Lanka graduation. Maintain 1 meter distance between individuals at all times. Wear a face mask at all times. Sanitize your hands. Refrain from shaking hands and any type of personal contact. Avoid convening in groups of any size in common areas. Refrain from taking group photographs. Thank you.
flickering brightness that emanates from an oil lamp symbolizes wisdom, hope, and new beginnings. Today, as we embark on the 2020 graduation ceremony of APIIT Sri Lanka, we would like to honor age-old traditions by the lighting of the oil lamp. May I now invite the following dignitaries for the lighting of the traditional oil lamp. Our chief guest, Senior Professor Sampath Amaratunga, Chairman, University Grants Commission of Sri Lanka. Our guest of honor, Mr. Fabrice Cavalin, Managing Director, Nestle Lanka PLC. Mr. Bandula Egodage, Chairman, APIIT Sri Lanka. And Ms. Yeheni Veerakodi and Mr. Mohammad Shazlin representing the graduates.
Take your time.
Thank you to the distinguished invitees for doing the honors. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you to the 2020 graduation ceremony of APIIT Sri Lanka. Graduation is an important occasion and is the culmination of hard work, academic achievement, and success. It is a time of celebration and triumph and marks the end of one phase of life and the beginning of the next phase. It is also a special occasion for all those who have supported and encouraged our graduates during their time at APIIT. And we are pleased to be able to welcome their families and friends to our celebrations today. Today we are gathered here to celebrate the hard work and accomplishments of our graduates as they step into the next phase of their lives. May I now invite Senior Professor Sampath Amaratunga, Chairman of the University Grants Commission of Sri Lanka, to declare the graduation ceremony open.
I I declare the graduation ceremony open for the conferment of degrees. Thank you.
Thank you, Senior Professor Amaratunga. I would now like to invite Mr. Bandula Egodage, Chairman of APIIT Sri Lanka, to deliver the welcome address.
Very good morning to all of you here, and the parallel location, 2 locations having here in the BMICH. Everybody, good morning. Our chief guest, Senior Professor Sampath Amaratunga, Chairman of University Grants Commission of Sri Lanka. Our guest of honor, Mr. Fabrice Cavallin, Managing Director, Sri Lanka PLC. Distinguished invitees, graduates, their proud parents, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. It is my distinct honor and privilege to welcome all of you for the 18th graduation. I thank you all for your presence here today to acknowledge and appreciate the achievement of our students. I would like to specially welcome Senior Professor Sampath Amaratunga, Chairman of the University Grant Commission of Sri Lanka, and Mr. Fabrice Cavallin, Managing Director, Sri Lanka PLC. Thank you very much, Professor and Mr. Cavallin, for gracing this special occasion. Your presence is an encouragement and inspiration for all our graduates. Our CEO, Mr. Roshan Egodage, and all my colleagues at APIIT very warmly welcome. APIIT had its first graduation in 2003. The ceremony has grown in stature and significance over the years with the expansion of our education provision. I'm very proud to announce that today we are graduating a total of 338 students from Staffordshire University, UK. A total of 155 students, closer to 50% of the total graduates, receiving either a first class or second class first division pass. Clearly, the students have completed their studies with distinction, bringing honor to themselves, their families, and also, obviously, APIIT. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pride that we present the graduation of 2020 for the conferment of degrees. Employability is a distinctive feature of our training. We have a record of 100% employability of graduates, with 90% finding employment within 3 months of completing their studies. I'm confident that the large number of the students graduating today are already employed. Each of our schools has a unique approach to enhance the employability of graduates. The training is no doubt guided by curriculum, but often goes beyond. Business school focuses on instilling entrepreneurship skills. School of Computing orients training to the changing needs of the industry. Law school has a focus on skill development, and graduate school on gaining industry exposure. Let me now turn to our graduates, most important area. This day is all about you and what you have achieved through hard work and dedication. You made enormous effort on both academic and extracurricular activities. I like to convey our warmest congratulations to each and every one of you on your splendid personal achievements. APIIT's purpose is nurture leaders who uplift lives. You are the leaders of the future. You will have the unique opportunity and profound responsibility to contribute to the economic and social advancement of the country. Your hopes, your dreams, your energy, and your efforts will create the future of all of us. Your parents and family are very much part of today's celebration. Their guidance and sacrifices have contributed immensely to your success. We are pleased to have their presence here, filled with pride and no doubt a sense of relief too. Similarly, your teachers and administration at APIIT played a vital role in your academic journey. They created a supportive learning environment where you could thrive and achieve your full potential. It is indeed with a sense of fulfillment that our academic and administrative staff will watch you walk up to the stage shortly to receive your degree and medals. We are invited to strengthen your bonds as alumni and interact closely with the students and staff of APIIT. We look forward to supporting you in your future studies and career advancement. APIIT will continue to grow in quality, relevance, and in our capacity to contribute to higher education. In this continuous development, we wish to be associated with our graduates and learn from their experience. It is now time to go forth and chase your dreams. My warmest congratulations and best wishes to all of you. I have to make a special announcement from here. Dear parents, dear students, APIIT, we really received your comments. We really respect your views. Your children have requested to have physical graduation ceremony. So that is why we are having this graduation ceremony today, even 2 months later, to respect your view. And simultaneously, we are having 3 locations here. You need to understand, we are giving the maximum support and effort to have the actual graduation respecting all prevailing laws. So you can see very empty hall here. We need to respect all government laws. Therefore, we are putting only 150 people here. So we are taking enormous effort to have the physical graduation ceremony. You might have to bear with us for little time adjustments. නොනවරුනි මහතුරුනි, රජයේ නීති පිළිපදිමින් තමුන්නාන්සලාගේ දරුවන්ගේ ඉල්ලීමට ඉතාමත් ගෞරවනීය ලෙස සවන් දෙමින් ඔවුන්ගේ උපාධි ප්‍රදානෝත්සවය මේ ආකාරයෙන් පැවැත්වීමට අපි තීරණය කරා. අපි විශේෂ උත්සාහයක් ගත්තා උපරිම අන්දමේ ඒ අයගේ අරමුණු ඉටු කරන්න. ඒට ප්‍රතිඵලයක් හැටියට තමයි අද මේ ප්‍රධාන ශාලාවේ මේ විදිහට 150කින් සමන්විත පළවෙනි ග්‍රැජුවේෂන් සෙරමනි මෙහෙම ගිහිල්ලා මේ වන විට 3 තැනක මීට සමගාමීව මේ අපේ දෙමව්පියන් සහ දරුවන් රැඳී හිටනවා. නීතිවලට සමස්ත වශයෙන් සම්පූර්ණයෙන් ගරු කරමින් ඒ වගේම අපේ ක්වොරන්ටයින් නීති රීති පිළිපදිමින් අපේ ග්‍රැජුවේෂන් එක පවත්වන්න යන්න අපි තීරණය කළා තියෙනවා. තමුන්නාන්සලා අපිට මේ පිළිබඳව සම්පූර්ණ දායකත්වය ලැබිය යුතුව තිබෙනවා. කාල වේලා ප්‍රමාද වීම සිදුවීමට පුළුවන්. නමුත් ඒ අනුව තමුන්නාන්සලාට මේ ප්‍රකාශය සිදු කිරීමට කැමැතියි. Once again, thank you very much, Senior Professor. Thank you very much, Mr. Fabrice Cavalin, for your the appearance today in spite of your busy schedule. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Egorege. The next item on the agenda is the address by Professor Liz Barnes, Vice Chancellor of Staffordshire University, UK. As she is unable to be here in person due to the pandemic, she will be addressing you via the video that is going to be presented just now.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and of course, graduands. Although I would dearly love to be with you to celebrate in person today in Colombo, I am nevertheless delighted to join you virtually from Staffordshire University's connected campus in the UK. Today you become a member of our global community of alumni who are working in every corner of the planet to improve their sectors and communities, shaping their own destinies and those of the people around them for the better. You have completed your studies with APIIT Sri Lanka, but make no mistake, you are also a Staffordshire University graduate. This year, Staffordshire University and APIIT Sri Lanka celebrate 2 decades of success working as educational partners. Throughout this period, we have worked closely together to achieve our common goals and live our shared values, chief amongst which is our joint commitment to developing and delivering a first-class university education that enables graduates to secure rewarding, fulfilling and impactful employment wherever they are in the world. Staffordshire University takes great pride in its status as the connected university, and our partnership with APIIT Sri Lanka epitomises this vision at a global level. Working together across thousands of miles to drive and redefine best practice within the field of international education, we have been able to benefit thousands of students who, in turn, have gone on to make the world a better place. As graduates of Staffordshire University and APIIT Sri Lanka, I cannot wait to see what you will go on to achieve in your future careers. Few things in life require greater effort and dedication than the pursuit of education, but rest assured that this is a wise investment to make. Throughout my career, I have witnessed firsthand the transformative power of higher education, not only for the individuals who graduate, but also for the people and communities they go on to help. During your career, you will find that opportunity lies behind every door, and education is the key that unlocks them all. 8,861 kilometres separates Staffordshire University's home city of Stoke-on-Trent from APIIT Sri Lanka's campus in Colombo, but the challenges we currently face are perhaps more aligned than in any point in our history. The global COVID-19 pandemic has impacted nations around the world in myriad ways, not only in terms of the immediate risks posed to those who contract the virus, but also due to the social and economic factors that continue to manifest themselves. There can be no denying that 2020 has been a challenging year. However, it has also encouraged many of us to pause and take stock of how we live our lives and what we could do differently in the future. With the key focuses of business and technology, the knowledge, skills and experience gained by those studying Staffordshire University courses at APIIT Sri Lanka will prove invaluable in helping to reshape our collective future. As one of our graduates, you are now at the frontier of this global shift. I would like to talk a little about the individual contributions you can make to global advancement. As the workforce of tomorrow, it is within your power to develop and harness digital solutions and business practices that transform how we live and work. But having an idea is only the first step. Often the people who achieve the greatest impact are those who improve on an existing concept, tailoring it to more effectively meet the needs of the market. Take, for example, the history of the smartphone. It may surprise you to learn that the first commercial smartphone was launched by IBM, a company not typically associated with mobile telecommunications back in 1992. Yet it is Apple that is most commonly remembered as the originator of this device, with the first generation iPhone, which launched 15 years later in 2007. There are countless other examples: Betamax and VHS, Blockbuster and Netflix, MySpace and Facebook. I could go on. The history of commercial innovation is littered with individuals and organisations that succeeded by improving on the hard work of their predecessors. If you happen to have a big idea that is fantastic, remember that small ideas can also lead to significant change. More often than not, human progress is iterative rather than revolutionary. My advice, therefore, is to view our pre-coronavirus world as the first iteration, Planet Earth 1.0, if you will. Use everything you have learned during your studies to identify ways in which we can improve our society and create a more sustainable future. No matter how big or small, good ideas coupled with positive action have the potential to disrupt the market and change lives for the better. Finally, as you progress with your chosen career, I urge you always to act ethically by ensuring the businesses you create and those with which you choose to work have a conscience. Remember that the way in which you conduct yourself and apply your skills is fundamental to the type of society we build. Never lose sight of what is the right thing to do and the right way to behave. To err is human, so this may not always be easy. But if you keep these questions in mind, I guarantee you will make a positive difference to the communities in which you live and work, both now and in the future. It is important not only to do well, but also to do good. So I implore you, seize opportunities for yourselves, but consider how you can benefit others at the same time. All that's left for me to do is to congratulate you once again on your achievements. Graduation is a major milestone in your lives, and today's ceremony is a tribute to your hard work and enthusiasm for learning. Please also remember your Staffordshire University journey does not end here. Our dedicated careers team is on hand to help you take the next steps in your personal development, and our alumni department will enable you to remain part of our connected university community for life. As I'm sure you know, there are 4 core values that represent the cornerstones of everything we do here at Staffordshire University. Together, we are ambitious and inspirational, brilliant and friendly, curious and daring, and proud to be staffs. So as you embark on your next stage of your personal journey, I would like to offer some advice. Remain focused on the things that motivate and inspire you. Take time to build networks. Be fearless in your pursuit of new knowledge and skills. And most importantly, take pride in your efforts and achievements. Everyone receiving an award today should feel extremely proud, and Staffordshire University staff and governors are proud of you. Take time to reflect on your learning, celebrate your achievements, and look forward with confidence to a bright and prosperous future. It is because of you, our students, that we are proud to be staffs. I always like to end with a quote, and this one is from the late American engineer and business person, Charles F. Kettering. Keep on going, and the chances are that you will stumble on something, perhaps when you are least expecting it. I never heard of anyone ever stumbling on something sitting down. On behalf of Staffordshire University, I wish you every success and happiness. Congratulations on your achievements and enjoy the celebrations on this very special day.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my pleasure to invite our guest of honor, Mr. Fabrice Cavellin, Managing Director of Nestlé Lanka PLC, to address the congregation.
Thank you. Thank you, Sapat Amaratunga, Senior Professor and Chairman of the University Grant Commission, Bandula Egodage, Chairman of APIIT, Roshan Egodage, CEO of APIIT, dear academic staff, and proud parents. Thank you for giving me the honor of being part of this very special day, and congratulations to all the graduates. You made it. You made it in the middle of a global crisis, showing your resilience, adaptation skills, and commitment to sustained learning. Delivering a commencement address is a great responsibility, believe me. Actually, I asked myself, what has changed since my graduation 30 years ago? What I wished I had been told at my ceremony, and what important learnings I had since then. I realized, yes, the world has changed drastically since then. The power of social media, everything is connected, change is exponential, Zoom, thousands of trends emerging, an overflow of information, and many dots have to be connected to understand a complex construct. Yes, this is really quite different, but certain learnings from my times as a student and own experience as a professional are still key in order to have a fulfilled professional and personal life. So let me try to share with you what these learnings are. Be a critical thinker. You have learned it at this prestigious university. Please continue to cultivate it. Please continue to proactively and systematically analyze, assess, synthesize, connect the dots, and evaluate information. Continue to question assumptions, rather accepting them at face value. As a critical thinker, you will keep an open mind, separating facts from opinions. Be a long life learner. This university has taught you learning. This is something crucial, and this is not just a 4 years period. This has to be your mantra. Long life learning, believe me, is a mindset. The world we are living in is in constant change and changing fast and faster. Be open-minded to learn and proactively update yourself. Otherwise, you will be outdated very fast. Stay connected with university, friends, professors. Enlarge your network. Long life learning will keep your confidence very high. It will further develop your personality. It will be easier to adapt and drive positive change. It will make you discover always new opportunities. And it's proven that long life learning makes people happier. Learn from failures. Fear to fail is what normally holds us back to get out of our comfort zone and explore different options, solutions of ways of doing things differently. Everyone will fail in certain moments in life. This is nothing bad. You have to take it positively and learn from them. See the examples of Steve Jobs, or recently also over the past 10 years of Elon Musk. Learning from failures will make you more experienced, more resilient, and stronger on your road to success. The last learning is for me personally the most important, and I would have been happy if I had discovered it earlier in my life. Work with purpose. The two most important days in your life are the day you are born and the day you find out why. Mark Twain. He refers to our purpose. Purpose is why we exist, what motivates us, and what gets us up in the morning. It gives meaning to what we do. It is the magic that makes you tick. It resonates with you and only with you. My purpose, for example, is to help and facilitate the growth and developments of people and seeing them succeed. This is what makes me happy. Find out your purpose. Is it improving the life of your community, making an impact to have a fairer and more sustainable world, making the planet greener? Find your purpose by asking yourself, what are your core, lifelong strengths, values, and passion? What did you especially love doing when you were a child? What was the most challenging life experience? How did it shape you? You have chosen a career. Now find your purpose. It will fulfill and make you happy. I wish you a great start into a new, exciting stage of your life. You are the generation that can drive positive change. Live your purpose and do everything with passion. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Kavelin. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to invite our chief guest, Senior Professor Sampath Amaratunga, Chairman of the University Grants Commission of Sri Lanka, to address the gathering.
Very good morning. Guest of honor, today, Chairman Nestle Sri Lanka, Chairman APIIT, Deans of Faculties, members of the academic staff, members of the academic support, non-academic staff, administration, parents, well-wishers, sons and daughters. It is an honor and privilege to have been given this opportunity of delivering the convocation address for the convocation of the Asia Pacific Institute of Technology 2021. Therefore, I would like to thank the chairman and the institute for providing me this opportunity of speaking to these budding young adults who are the threshold of their future. Thus, to them, I would like to extend my sincerest congratulations. This achievement should not be considered lightly. There are many here who in preceding hours will receive awards for academic excellence, and many others will follow paying tribute to the knowledge and experience they have gained. The warmth, and also you may be feeling your hearts that your parents may be feeling within theirs should be celebrated and cherished. Therefore, I hope that when you take your rightful place on the stage, you will absorb the full extent of its excellence. Dear sons and daughters, congratulations again. But do not stop here. This is the beginning of your journey. Remember this moment and strive to take the next step of your life. Today is a celebration of your achievement, which was after difficult journey. You may have toiled for days and years. You may have sat through many sleepless nights. You may have prepared countless days, studied notes, and spent hours researching for impending exams, practical classes, and independent studies as well. I'm sure this moment will assure you worth. So, with all this toil and baggage, you have managed to complete an incredible, challenging, and, if done properly, an enjoyable journey. Some might say that it is the end of an era, and it is. It is the end of your undergraduate career, but it is the beginning of many journeys to come. I hope they are equally successful. We are at the present facing challenge like no other. You have been tested in ways you cannot imagine. The pandemic situation that has shocked the world caused ripples in higher education. We as the administrative people in the Sri Lankan higher education have had rethink our strategies. You as students may have had rethink your education as well. I hope, like us, you too have learned valuable lessons and will develop on the issue creating solutions. I am in a way of you, and I'm sure you are proud of your achievement. This achievement will open many doors to you, and I hope you will choose your paths wisely. This is another topic on its own that I believe and trust that you will be able to judge for your own. However, I would like to impart some insight to something I believe is lacking in the future generation. My dear sons and daughters, you are indeed clever. With the facilities that are at your disposal, I'm sure you may possess more knowledge than many other society. Yet it is my sincerest hope that this knowledge will not make you prideful. This knowledge, this qualification, or the occupation you gain will not give you the right to treat others differently. Remember, the higher you climb, you owe it to yourself to become more humane, to treat others with compassion. The more knowledge you gain, you must also develop a keen understanding of those around you. You must never scorn, you must never deem yourself as above others, because humanity is the more superior to any qualification that any institution can offer. We live in a time where there is plenty of discourse about social issues. We have many platforms to express ourselves, and any political corruptions, weaknesses, so on. Yet all I see is impoliteness, selfishness, lack of consideration, in short, the deterioration of humanity. This is what should be improved in this society. This is why our country, which is discovered plumbing before the first world, is still residing in the status of the third world. When I think about the most people in the society, I recall a song by Dr. Victor Ratnayaka, which talks about a man who drinks and bathes from the well and precise the river. Linden watura bila, ein watura nala, lindata gal gasala, watura bora karai, minisa, watura bora karai. Gangata ආවඩයි. ගහේ වැල එතීලා යාවී හැදී. පසුව මිලින වීලා සාරේ අදී. කාල බීලා නිදලා කාලේ ගෙවයි. කාපු තැනද වනසා මිනිසා දුවයි. ඉනිමන් තබාලා නැගීලා බලයි. එයට පහර දීලා කඩලා දමයි. අතීතේ නසාලා දිනුවා සිතයි. තිබූ තැනද නැති වී parade වැටේ. We have heard how certain educated, our own Sri Lankans disgracefully criticize our own country after taking the benefit of its resources for their education. We boldly say that we have given you the best possible. Under such circumstances, isn't it your foremost days as young graduates to serve your country to the fullest? Everyone today, we are here, many Sri Lankans speak lightly about how Sri Lanka is handling this pandemic situation. People often forget the case to death rate of Sri Lanka is only 0.5% in the world, and we are not of the countries that have the lowest death rate in terms of the virus. Sri Lanka, with its limited resources, has outsmarted many developed nations. Our researchers are being consulted by universities like Oxford and Cambridge as well. I have seen firsthand what other countries are capable of, and I know the potential of young minds, and I know where our country's economy can develop. It is through innovation and research. I have recognized your potential, but many of you, upon living here, fall into a rut, continuing a cycle of normal life. That is why you need to innovate things. The time of the computers are drawing to an end. It will become a common in everywhere in our society. You must find the next new world changing innovation. How can you bring about your potential? In order to explain how you could serve this society, I would like to quote from one of Venerable S. Mahinda Thero's poems. ලක්වැසියන් කෙරෙහි නැමි අරහත් මහ මිහිඳු හිමි පෙව්වේ උතුම් සදහම්නි පුත නුඹටත් මම පොවමි එමි. ජාතිය රන් විමනක් වේ ආගම මිනි පහනක් වේ. එය රැක ගන්නට මෙලොවේ සමත් වෙතොත් පුත නුඹ වේ. මෙබඳු උතුම් ලංකාවේ දසතින් දුසිරිත් බෝවේ. මේ ගැන වැඩ කොළොත් ලොවේ නුඹෙත් මගෙත් නම කියවේ. ඉටු කොට කළ යුතු යුතුකම් ලැබුණත් ලෝකෙන් ගැරහුම්. ඉවසන්නට පුළුවන් නම් නුඹයි මගේ පුතා උතුම්. තමන් ලැබූ දිවි පෙවෙතේ කොටසක් රට සමය වෙතේ. පුද නොකොළොත් නුඹෙන් පුතේ මෙලොවට කිසි පලක් නැතේ. මේ ගැන වැඩ කොට ඉමහත් ලැබෙන දුකත් හිරිහැරයත්. නිවනට සරි කොත සිතතොත් නුඹයි මගේ පුතා සමත්. කාටත් හිමි පොදු දේ නම් නැති බැරි හිඟ අවහිරකම්. මේ දේ මැඩගෙන දස්කම් පෑම තමයි සුරවිරුකම්. උස්තැන් දැක හැකිලෙන්නේ මිටිතැන් දැක පුප්පන්නේ. නිවටුන් බව සිතමින්නේ මගේ පුතා ලොකු වෙන්නේ. I am aware that there is enough unfairness in our society. I'm sure you have felt let down more than once. Yet, vindictively is not the answer, nor complimentary. There are many others who give up their attempts on research or innovation as they have encountered unpleasantness. This is not the answer. The answer is to fight back so that the future generations need not suffer as we had. I do not mean that you must be violent. I'm not an advocate of such behavior. Diplomacy is the great word and great quality that is efficient weapon in many situations. That is how you develop and is how you reply, and that is what we have strived to do. You are graduating from one of the most innovative institutions today. As Sri Lankans, we are ever grateful to universities who have come to Sri Lanka to offer degrees. As we all know, the government expenditure is very high when it is come to higher education. We have only 41,500 and very few seats in all national universities. In 2019, 300,000 sat for A-levels. Only 180,000 got minimum qualifications, 3S passes. But we are able to provide only 41,500 seats. So we are ever thankful. The great universities all around the world who have come here, joined with our local partners and offering degrees for our own sons and daughters as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Senior Professor Amaratunga. We now move on to the awarding of degree certificates. I would like to invite our chief guest, Senior Professor Sampath Amaratunga, Chairman of the University Grants Commission of Sri Lanka, and Ms. Mihiri Hapuarachi, Registrar of APIIT Sri Lanka, to award the degrees on behalf of Staffordshire University, UK. The graduates of Bachelor of Arts Honours International Business Management will be presented by Mr. S.C. Kaluarachi, Head of the Business School of APIIT Sri Lanka.
Good morning. BA Honours International Business Management. I will read out the names depending on the merits. The first class honours, Mr. M. Ajmal. Ms. A.K. Amarasekara. Mr. P.N.R. Fernando. Mr. M.H.M. Feroz. Ms. K.H.R. Hasarangi. Ms. H.W. Jayasinghe. Ms. K.D.A.M. Jayawardena. Mr. M.A. Muhammad. Ms. L.B.L.S. Nandasena. Ms. S.A.A.N. Pereira. Ms. I.S. Sankalya. Ms. F.S. Shanuz. Mr. M. Shasni. Ms. N.M. Vitanage. Ms. Y.A. Veerakodi. Ms. N. Vikramasinghe. Ms. S.T. Vijayasundara.
Thank you, Senior Professor Amaratunga. Our chief guest has to go for an urgent appointment. So with that, I would like to invite our guest of honor, Mr. Fabrice Cavallin, Managing Director of Nestle Lanka PLC, for the awarding of the next set of degree certificates.
BA Honours International Business Management, Second Class Honours First Division. Mr. M.A.R. Ahmed. Mr. M.K. Anwar. Ms. T.D.W. Arachige. Ms. R. Balasubramaniam. Mr. W. M. H. Boteju. Ms. E. G. D. C. Chandrasiri. Mr. K. R. Disanayaka. Ms. N. P. H. D. Silva. In absentia, Ms. K. L. D. S. Devindya. Mr. S. N. N. W. D. Dakshina. Ms. M. K. P. Dondeno. Ms. S.B. Doresami. Ms. A.S. Fernando. Mr. M.J.D.D. Fernando. Mr. O.J.K. Fonseca. Ms. K.D.D.C. Gunawardana. Ms. R.E.T. Gunasinghe. Mr. S.A.D.T.R. Gunawardana. Ms. N. Ibrahim. Mr. A.M.M. Ikram. Mr. O. Imitiaz. Ms. J.S.S. Jesudasan. Mr. H.A. Jismi. Ms. N.R. Karunaratna. Mr. R. Karunaratna. Mr. T.D. Manchanayaka. Ms. A.H. Mohammed. Mr. M.A. Mohideen. Mr. M. Ized Mohideen.
Thank you, Mr. Cavallin. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the conclusion of the first segment of the degree awarding ceremony. In order to adhere to the COVID-19 regulations, we kindly request you to make your way to the banquet hall in order for the next batch of graduates and their parents to make their way to the main hall for the next segment of the awarding ceremony. You may witness the next segment from the banquet hall premises. Our staff members will guide you. Kindly extend your fullest support to them. Thank you.
We kindly request you to adhere to the following COVID-19 health guidelines throughout your time at the APIIT Sri Lanka graduation. Maintain 1 meter distance between individuals at all times. Wear a face mask at all times. Sanitize your hands. Refrain from shaking hands and any type of personal contact. Avoid convening in groups of any size in common areas. Refrain from taking group photographs. Thank you.